love, take me. Well,
Yeah.
that's one of those songs. You're home alone at night and you're like blasting Ryan Adams. That song somehow comes around.
Yeah.
I laughed because Megan, my daughter's like a missionary, you know, whatever, and she was remaking her set list and she put "Come Pick Me Up" on it. So you better be careful who you're playing that set list for. That is, if you might have to jog your memory. It's not the most Christian friendly lyrics in there. So
I got a friend to cover it, and he never cussed. He was a preacher's kid, and
yeah, right.
he said, "I'm going to do it for real," and I was like, "What do you mean for real?" And he did
dropped
all
the
of it.
F-bomb?
Oh yeah,
There's an F-bomb.
Wow.
yeah. It's a pretty depressing song if you really think about it, but it's amazing.
Yeah. Steal My Record, Screw All My
Oh,
Friends.
yeah. I know the song.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's classic, right? Oh, there's a book coming out. We could go Ryan Adams here. There's a book coming out June 12th called Waiting to Derail, which is a famous name of a song from Whiskeytown. And it's really supposed to be the ultimate Whiskeytown story. The guy that was on all the tours with him wrote the book. And I've read everything I could early, Ryan, and it's always a mess. You know, it's reading about Ryan Adams and Whiskeytown is like reading about the Replacements, you know? There's just such moments of like, you know, Nirvana, and then not the band, and then there's moments of just total like I would have killed myself if I was at that show, you know. It played 3 songs or walked off, or heartbreaking stuff that you wouldn't want to have been a part of happened night and day with those guys. So Waiting to Derail, we got to check that out. That's
I'm
going to
read
good.
that book for sure.
All right, Mike, you got any favorite cover song stories or cover? I always love that. What was the cover song that like Five Iron did one? Five Iron, one of those guys did it great. Maybe it was Reliant K. It was one of those cover songs.
I don't know.
I can't remember. What I love about a cover song is when, come on, you remember that stuff.
I don't know.
Is Micah going to get to say his favorite?
No, you're cool. Go ahead. I don't know that I have one. I mean, the ones that come to mind are The Money Will Roll Right In, Nirvana's cover of a Mudhoney, I think, song.
Right.
That kills. And Nickel Creek's version of Bob Dylan. Spit on a Stranger's good.
Spit on a Stranger. Nickel Creek doing Pavement is great.
Yeah, but they did a Bob Dylan, and if only she was lying inside me, but I lie in my bed once again. It's a Dylan song, and it's like gorgeous. Like they made the sound of like waterfalls on their instruments, and it's just like brilliant.
Oh, really? Well,
yeah.
I laugh when there's a cover and it's like, but it's with my kids, you know, watching them grow up with music. And Shay thought that The Format did Growing Up by Springsteen. And I was like, dude, it's on like the first album. But it was like, you know, some things like that. Or there was somebody else that did like a Steely Dan song. You know, it's just funny that it's like, dude, that's a Steely Dan song.
Britney Spears did do a cover of I Can't Get No Satisfaction.
Yes, she
And I was
did.
like,
Wow.
All right.
I love Britney Spears.
I don't mean to
the
top
record.
anybody.
Still
I
love
think
Britney
she's still
Spears.
pretty
I
cool.
think we
yeah.
just figured out who does the best covers, though. It just dawned on me in this conversation. And I don't prep at all either, so you guys can. I'm throwing the stuff at you, but I don't prep. But I think it's Nickel Creek because Nickel Creek does a version of "Toxic" by Britney Spears that would just kill you.
She hits that really high note. In
Oh,
that song
yeah.
they
too.
did it at Florida Theater one time, and I never seen the crowd go more crazy. Well, because
I'd
they're
have to
cool.
check that.
Nickel Creek and Sarah Watkins, Sean Watkins, they're just cool.
They're so good musically. They cover Radiohead and
Right.
like it's like covering songs as normal in bluegrass, you know? It's just something that you do.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Bluegrass, you got to cover songs.
Yeah,
There's
it's
not
like a
enough
community
songs.
thing.
Right.
You guys are over here.
We're having a side conversation.
Side conversation on a
'Cause
podcast?
I don't
All right,
know who
that's all
Nickel
right.
Creek is. I'm so sorry.
You're the Micah of the show.
I was trying to help her.
And I was like, wow, damn.
Nickel Creek, that's called pulling a Micah.
Yeah.
There's always something that I say every podcast where Micah goes, I never heard of that before, so it's just kind of par for the course. They were young wunderkinds from California, basically, that played. And Chris Thiele now, he took over for Garrison Keillor on Prairie Home Companion. You know that? I'm not helping at all here. Holy
Like,
crap.
I'm sorry.
Garrison
You
Keillor,
I'm like falling deeper into not
he just got busted in the
from
Me
you.
Too movement.
Who did?
Garrison Keillor had some crap come down from that.
Oh,
That's why
man.
Chris Thiele took over.
Yeah. I feel like Chris has done some crossover stuff, but he does it with like weirdos, not like big names or anything. But he'll do records with like weird, awesome musicians.
The Yo-Yo Ma thing, the whole Yo-Yo Ma,
Ma.
that was crazy. All that stuff.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know.
Well, we could talk more about Ramona Quimby's not really Ramon. It's not really a Ramon. No, we should have Charlie. We're going to have Charlie on the podcast.
I do have to say, and I love Charlie so much. Charlie has written a song about me, and it's Teresa Rose is better than Axl Rose, and it's like a song about me being good at guitar.
Nice.
And I don't think Charlie knows that Axl Rose isn't the guitar player in Guns N' Roses. So it's actually like very funny, and it's so sweet. Like, and I love Charlie so much, and I'm honored that he wrote it. Like, spent the time to write a song about me.
Teresa Rose is better than Axl Rose.
Yeah, and it, it's like super Ramones core, like Charlie.
He's probably got a bed sweater song started already. That's too good. That's too good.
I am probably better than guitar.
Than Axl Rose.
Than Axl Rose,
I bet you are.
Yeah, because he doesn't.
He doesn't play guitar.
And I'm not sure that Ramona Quimby is not a Ramone. Who knows? Never you know.
Ramona Quimby is a musician here.
It's a band.
It's a band.
Yes. It's a band.
But like Ramona Quimby is like a cartoon character.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So maybe he's talking
It's a literature character.
Charlie, that sneaky guy, double meaning.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's a book series or something, I think.
Yeah, when I think of Ramona Quimby, I think of the cartoon character.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then that's where Janetta got it from.
And then,
so.
And then
I think Charlie's singing about Janetta's band, though.
Maybe.
I actually thought that was her name that she took on, but it's her band.
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
I heard a lady talking about that she thought Led Zeppelin was a guy. And then I swear, within 10 minutes, there was another conversation where the lady was talking about Led Zeppelin like he was a guy. Mm-hmm. Like she wasn't into the dude Led Zeppelin.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's an asshole.
I'm sure I'm very guilty of that. Like, you just can't know everything, and sometimes you think something is so obvious to somebody.
Try telling that to JB.
I know you're right. No, happens to me too. I just have a lot of crap in my head, but that stuff still happens.
I'm definitely there. I'm just like, this whole chunk of the music world, know nothing about it. But then I know weird stuff about my little corners of the world, and I'm not like, well, you don't know this.
No.
You know what I mean?
You're learning a lot, too.
Yeah, bone slobber.
Slobber bone.
Slobber bone. I've heard
bone slobber is horrible.
I'd heard of slobber bone before.
I think I might be changing my name.
Bone slobber.
That's my slobber bone cover band name. I have a slobber bone cover band named Bone Slobber. Ward, you trying to say something?
No, I was just laughing. That was hilarious.
All right, well, let's talk about musical things coming up here. I know I'm excited about Cinco de Mayo. That's my big thing. May the 5th, the National. Unbelievable. The only Florida show. Again, another Ryan Murphy miracle. Tess, you do know the National. She gave You should go to that show with us. That's going to blow your freaking mind. The best rock band in America. One of the best rock bands in America right now. No? Not the National?
I have a hard time getting into them. They are extremely talented.
Come on, dude. You better be there.
I'm kind of the same way where when I first heard them, I immediately recognized that they're really good. But I never was it wasn't hook, line, and sinker.
Oh, have you seen them live yet? Have you seen the National?
No, I haven't seen them live yet.
You'll love them.
Seeing a band live will definitely change things for me. If I
think so.
listen to your recording and be like, oh.
Yeah.
Well, Dr. Dog, you going to go too? You going to try to go?
I think it's what is it? The 15th.
15th. It's a Sunday.
Yeah,
I think it's a Sunday night.
I am so excited for Screaming Females playing in Gainesville, and that's the 17th. So that's my big event. Oh. And they rule. If you don't know,
I don't know Screaming Females.
Screaming Females. They just released a new album. I believe it's called All at Once. And they're incredible. She just shreds. Dude.
So where are they playing? Are they playing?
They're playing at the Woolly in Gainesville.
Oh, okay.
And they've sold out almost every show on their tour. And they're from New Brunswick, New Jersey. So
wow.
I did.
Shouts out to the Garden State.
I know the album just came out. I hadn't listened to it yet. It's
Screaming Females. You know them, Micah?
Nope. I'm just looking them up because I like that name.
They've been around for a while, a little while.
Yeah, they have quite a few albums. My favorite is Castle Talk, if you're looking for somewhere to start.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes. It's a good one.
What are some of your other favorite bands? Like favorites?
Favorites, Reviver. I believe they're Richmond based, but I love Erica Frias, her solo music.
Do you know Hooray for the Riff Raff? Have you ever heard of her?
Mm-mm.
She's from, she's from New Orleans, but she's originally from the Bronx. You dig that a lot. I just saw her in Dominican. Okay. Back to the Dominican again. Yeah.
Full circle.
Yeah, Angelina Segura. She's great.
I really love, feel like almost all bands in this scene. So, 86 Hope is putting out
86 Hope is so good.
Gosh.
My boo is
When
the
is
drummer,
86 Hope
so,
putting an album out? When is that happening?
When? Well, I believe that it's being
this
mixed.
year?
So they've already recorded. No, it's mixed. First is mixing, then mastering. Needs to be mastered.
Okay,
cool.
cool.
I've heard
You've heard it?
I've heard.
You have an inside track.
Mix number 2. Can't really talk to you about it.
I want to hear what
it's
they sound
awesome.
like on an album. I want to hear what that comes out
They're
to.
just all so uniquely talented, and
But you're a Shea Burney
crushes
fan
on
too.
all of
I seen
them.
you singing Shea Burney lyrics.
I love Shay. I feel like I can't tell him, so like sometimes I pretend to be like, oh yeah, that was all right, Shay, because I'm like on the inside. What a great songwriter.
Hey, you're not too shabby either.
Thank you, Shay. His songs, like certain people's songs, will get stuck in my head, and I will hear lyrics, or it's good.
My
stuff.
big brother says, I always tell you, he says he doesn't know if he loves the song The Great Escape or if he wants to kill himself.
Either way, it means it's good.
Yeah. Tess has played a really good practical joke on Shay before without even meaning to.
Uh-oh. Is that good?
Didn't he think he lost his strap or something? Was it that?
Shay played a show and he forgot his guitar strap.
Yeah.
That I'm pretty sure was actually in his case somewhere hidden. But Tess, Tess and Gabby had been picking on him all night before he played.
We were picking on him so much. He'd put
so
capo
bad.
4 on. I'm like, are you sure you want to put your capo there, Shay?
Oh, jeez.
That's so mad. I think about how messed up that is.
He was second guessing everything.
Oh, man.
And then it went away.
He
could not find the strap. And he's like, did y'all take it? Like, seriously, I don't care. And they had no clue what was going on for a good 20, 30 minutes because they didn't touch it.
Yeah, it was hiding in the wide open.
Yeah.
Dude, he thinks Massachusetts moves around as a state. Okay? That's him. I tell him it never moves. Massachusetts is always in the same place, dude. All right, Ward, what do you got coming up? You mentioned the steampunk. Give us the time on that again.
So that'll be Saturday, April 7th. It's going to be at the Doubletree in their Anastasia Ballroom. So a bunch of steampunk artists. It's from 7 to 10 that night. So it'll be
still
really
writing for Narrow magazine too, right?
Still writing for Narrow. I do some articles every now and then I do my monthly from the music editor, which I'm still figuring out what that is. It's whatever I feel that month. I did a thing about festivals and I mentioned you in it.
Oh, really? I gotta read that now.
Always something tying in music with life when I do that one. So there's some cool stuff coming. Though Sarbaz always has great shows. I gotta get to Nobby's more. I always feel bad that I don't make it to Nobby's enough. There's something coming to the backyard stage. I was thinking when we mentioned it, I can't remember what it is now though. But I remember I was excited for that too. Black Angels. Black Angels with Black Lips, right?
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
I got introduced to Black Angels record store day last year. There was a guy super excited for something, and he was playing them. They're really good.
Yeah, that's a popular show too. So, yeah, look for more stuff. And now they're doing improvements to the Ponte Vedra Concert Hall. Have you ever been up there for a show, Tess, to Ponte Vedra?
I have not, but I have gone to the Ponte Vedra Concert Hall.
Oh, okay, but not for a show.
Not for a show. I've seen it.
I've been there.
Well, Gabby
when it
used
was
to
a
work
church.
there.
Of course. And you have to drive Gabby to work.
Bring your broken leg friend to work day.
They have that. That Ryan Murphy thinks of everything.
Sorry, I've seen it.
I need a friend with a broken leg. It'd be less lonely.
No, don't. I wish a broken leg on no
nobody.
one. It's actually a joke now, and people say break a leg when you go play, and it's everyone's. It's a funny joke for for my friends. Don't break a leg test.
You should give them the opera.
Never break a leg.
You know what opera singers say right before they go on stage? They say, "El Bocca Lupo."